and I think that shows a positive example to the next generations. I am proud of that. They are humble. They are good persons.
There are legends in tennis whose voices carry more than just opinions. They carry the weight of history, sacrifice, and countless battles fought under the brightest lights. One of those voices belongs to Rafael Nadal, a champion whose career has been built on relentless effort, unforgettable victories, and a deep, almost emotional devotion to the sport. So whenever Nadal speaks about the future of tennis, people listen carefully. And recently, his attention turned toward a rising young talent from the Philippines, Alex Eala. The moment he expressed pride in her, the tennis world immediately took notice. But what made his words so powerful wasn't just the praise for her performance on the court. It was something deeper. Nadal wasn't only talking about victories or rankings. He was speaking about character, about humility, about the values that define a player long after the final point is played. According to Nadal, his pride in Eala comes not only from what she achieves in matches but from the person she continues to show the world she truly is. When he was asked about her victory over Coco Gauff during the third round of the 2026 Indian Wells tournament, he didn't immediately focus on the technical brilliance required to defeat one of the game's brightest young stars. Instead, Nadal highlighted something far more meaningful: her integrity, her respect for opponents, and a maturity that many players take years to develop. For a champion who has witnessed nearly everything the sport can offer, that praise means something extraordinary. Nadal openly said he felt proud of Eala, not simply because of her game, but because of the kind of person she has become. He described her as humble and respectful, qualities he believes the sport desperately needs right now. And those words resonated deeply with anyone who has watched Eala's journey unfold over the past few years. What makes Nadal's comments even more meaningful is the context surrounding that match. Eala's win over
tennis players there, and I think they're gonna keep helping this beautiful sport to grow and to engage fans.
The story of Alex Eala isn't just being written through victories and rankings, it's being shaped by the way she treats people when the spotlight is brightest. Time and again, her actions both on and off the court have shown a level of class that many athletes spend entire careers trying to achieve. One unforgettable moment came during her match against Hailey Baptiste. In the middle of the battle, when Baptiste unfortunately suffered an injury, the atmosphere inside the stadium instantly shifted. Many players might have stayed focused on the result, but Eala reacted differently. Instead of celebrating or thinking about the advantage it gave her, she immediately walked toward her opponent, visibly concerned about her well-being. It was a small gesture, yet incredibly powerful. She didn't stop there either. As Baptiste prepared to leave the court, Eala turned toward the crowd and encouraged the fans to applaud her opponent, urging them to show support and respect in that difficult moment. That act of empathy spoke louder than any victory ever could. After the match ended, Eala continued that same tone of respect during her comments, praising Baptiste's effort and sincerely wishing her a quick and full recovery. In a sport where fierce rivalries and intense competition can sometimes overshadow the human side of the game, moments like this remind everyone what true sportsmanship actually looks like. It's the kind of moment fans remember long after the scoreline fades. And because of that, it's no surprise that people across the tennis world have begun paying closer attention to Eala, not only for her skill but for the character she brings to the sport. Her matches are now becoming some of the most anticipated events on the tennis calendar, drawing huge crowds eager to witness the rise of a young star who plays with both passion and respect. When she appeared at Indian Wells Tennis Garden recently, the excitement surrounding her was undeniable. In fact, one of her matches.
They are humble. They are good persons. That's true.
As the spotlight around Alex Eala continues to grow brighter with every tournament she plays, one person watching her rise with quiet pride is Rafael Nadal. For years, long before the global tennis audience began paying attention to her name, Nadal had already noticed something different about the young Filipino talent. Behind the scenes, through countless training sessions and moments away from the cameras, he saw qualities that can't easily be taught: the hunger to improve, the humility to keep learning, and the fierce competitive mindset that defines true champions. Those traits reminded him of the same relentless mentality that shaped his own legendary career. At the Rafa Nadal Academy, Nadal has always been careful when it comes to guiding young players. He prefers to protect them from overwhelming expectations, allowing their performances to speak naturally rather than creating unnecessary pressure through hype. Many promising athletes pass through the academy, and Nadal rarely rushes to publicly elevate any single player too quickly. But with Eala, the situation feels different. Her progress has been so steady, her impact so visible, that it has become almost impossible for the tennis world to ignore what is happening. Match after match, tournament after tournament, her name is appearing in bigger conversations across the sport. And now that the world is finally beginning to see what Nadal noticed years ago, he has stepped forward with clear and genuine support. By publicly expressing his pride in Eala and acknowledging her achievements, Nadal has made it clear that her journey is something truly special to witness. It's not just about her victories or the headlines she's creating, it's about watching a young player grow into the kind of competitor who represents the values of the game itself.
And I think that shows a positive example to the next generations. I am proud.
In a sport where the voices of legends carry enormous weight, the support of Rafael Nadal has made the future of Alex Eala feel brighter than ever. Nadal has always been careful when speaking about young players, choosing his words wisely and avoiding the kind of hype that can place unnecessary pressure on rising stars. But now that Eala is beginning to shake the tennis world with her performances, he's allowing people to see what he quietly recognized years ago, that she possesses the rare potential not only to succeed, but to elevate the sport itself. Her journey is still in its early chapters, yet it has already delivered remarkable moments that reveal her talent, her heart, and her relentless determination. For Nadal, his endorsement isn't simply about match results or rankings climbing higher. It's about the complete picture of who she is as an athlete and as a person. Her class on the court, her sportsmanship in difficult moments, and her commitment to representing tennis with dignity are qualities that resonate deeply within a sport built on respect and tradition. As Eala continues carving out her place among the game's rising talents, it's becoming increasingly clear that the future of tennis is in safe hands with players like her leading the way. With legends such as Nadal standing firmly behind her journey, many believe it's only a matter of time before her name becomes recognized across the global tennis stage. In many ways, her story represents something bigger than just victories. It represents humility, respect, and raw talent working together to shape a new generation of champions. And when Nadal publicly speaks in support of Eala, the tennis world listens carefully. After more than 2 decades of shaping the sport through his own legendary career, his recognition of her potential carries enormous significance. By praising her dedication, humility, and respect for the game, Nadal has essentially offered a powerful stamp of approval from one of the Gria.